Hi all, happy September 1st. I know I haven't done a video for a while, but it's September 1st, so I have all my fall plants out. Yep, see, those are some of the pumpkins I've managed to get without the squash beetles killing. But those are all my mums and other fall flowers. And Stephanie, remember I told you how big my angel wings is? It's almost touching. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim her big time to get her in the house. But, yep, that's how my front looks for the start of the fall. So, but, yeah. And then, let's see, heading out to the back garden. Oh, yeah, I got me and Mark out there already. Almost looks like Mark. All right, go out. You know fall is coming when all my fruit trees, all they're losing their leaves. I've managed to eat 10 apples. And then the critters got the rest. But I don't know about you all, but part of August was just hell. The heat was so bad. And then I've been having a battle with squash beetles. Doesn't matter if the neem, the BT, or diatomaceous earth. I lay the diatomaceous earth down and it's like they're getting high off of it. It's not affecting them. So they pretty much devastated a lot of these pumpkins here. I've got some that are going out still here, but that's how this smaller garden is. And yeah, I know tomato plant looks hideous. Half of it's on the other side, but it's putting out tomatoes big time. I mean, good size too. You can see the size of my palm. In my decorative corn, I've got about another month until it starts. I'm letting it dry out so I can use it for Halloween. Yay. All right, the outside garden. Peppers, some are struggling still. This heat, I don't know about you all. With the heat index, it was 110 to 118 degrees. And it wreaked havoc on me. It wreaked havoc on my garden. So, but look at those okra. Those okras are taller than me. But the peppers are coming along. I mean, they're just full. Just waiting. I mean, they are just full, full, full. I just made so many cans of salsa that will kill me and some that I can't eat. But then I've got some peppers here that just never bounced back from the tomato worms that we had got. You know, those worms that look like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. But these guys just never really bounced back. But they've been giving me one or two peppers here and there. That's a tomato plant that started growing when I had the corn. You notice the corn is gone. And it just started growing between the corn, and it's got tomatoes, but I haven't picked any yet, so I don't know what type of tomato it is yet. So, but yeah, we harvest the corn. Half of it didn't get pollinated a lot. So, but we still end up getting 8-gallon size bags full of corn that's in my freezer. So, and look, I finally got my mammoth sunflowers. The squirrels don't come out here and eat them. They only murder the ones inside. So, yes, finally got my mammoths. They're finally to grow. I've got one that's ready for me to harvest. What I'll do is, see, I'll rub all these off, probably do it this weekend, and chop it off, and then I'll cut it about right there, and then I'll lay it on the wood in the backyard, and then the birds will go to town on it. So, but what little bees we do have. We've got new neighbors that moved in back over here and then over there. And they moved in end of July. And I know it's these people back there. Their yard is like immaculate. You don't see any weeds and no dandelions. And I think they've been spraying their dandelions. And I think that's what killed our bees, because myself, Tony and Sharon, and a few of my friends around here that garden have noticed that the bees have all disappeared. I mean, it was most of August. I'd see 1 or 2 bees, and that was it. And it was like, where the hell are all the bees? And we kind of figured it was somebody sprayed. One of these new neighbors did something that's killed the bees. So, but they're starting to come back. These tomato plants, yeah, it's a jungle. They just grow. But we're doing something different next year. We're going to have all this tilled up again. And then we're going to get those these type of metal panels, like cow panels, and we're going to line them up. A couple of these rows for the cucumbers and tomatoes and let them grow up through that. So I'm not sitting here staking, because we've seen how it's, other people are doing it and it looks a lot easier. And eggplant bounced back from the damn beetles, the corn fleas. So she's finally gotten some eggplants. I'll be harvesting those soon. Like I said, the okra, this stuff just keeps growing and growing. See, Stephanie, I told you you're probably going to need to take a chainsaw to take it out. So, but that's how the outside garden is looking. I just gave up trying to plant fall stuff in here because early spring we're going to just have this all tilled. But what pumpkins I do have, they're growing. You saw some up front, but the squash beetles pretty much took out a lot of the pumpkins, and then it took out almost all my cucumbers back here. And it didn't matter what I sprayed, because I tried to use everything that I can only use to keep it organic. And these beetles just get high off of it. All right, inside, still going strong. So, oh, here it goes, Stephanie. You were asking. That's how big the ginger is. It's a little bigger than you gave me. And then the lemon tree, it's taller than the thing now. So, and Stephanie, I finally got the Chinese 5 to go again. See, I got my first Chinese 5 pepper. Yay! So I got dirt done. I'm going to pot that up. And it will grow all winter in the house, because I know it did last year. But yeah, the peppers back here doing really good. I'm harvesting constantly when the weather allows me. So, but it's just, I've made so many jars, like I said, of salsa, peppers, cowboy candy. I've ran out of jars on some parts, and then I've had to keep going getting some more. And I went to go to Menards today, and they're all gone. So, and look at those. Those are Trinidad scorpions I'm going to have to pick soon. So, I'll be probably giving a lot of these peppers away this week. And then the jicama is just, we've never grown jicama before. So, I'm constantly reading out. These such a pretty little flowers. The hummingbirds like these. They'll come over here. But the jicama, it has to grow for 5 months. So, we will think about harvesting that not until around our anniversary, so early November. So kohlrabi and onions, some got eaten up by the bugs when it was really hot and humid and I couldn't get out here. But just to water, I mean, I was watering basically as soon as the sun came up, and then I didn't leave the house. It was just horrible. So we'll be harvesting our Japanese radishes this weekend. So the wasabi flavor, so they're ready. Sweet potatoes, the first 2 buckets we took because they were the early ones, and we got about 5 pounds. But these next 4 we won't harvest until the end of this month. So my next round of squash I had to redo because of the squash beetles. So I'm getting yellow squash and zucchini re-going, but they're started attacking them again. I don't want to use 7 dust on my stuff because it's harmful for you, and it's harmful for the critters, and I just don't want to do it. So I guess I'll just have to keep planting and fighting the damn squash beetles. So, but the peppers are doing good. My second round of borage, what little bees that do come around, they love those. But I was reading up, you can eat basically this whole plant, this whole herb, you can eat it. I just grow it because of these cool looking flowers, and the bees like them. My moonflower, she's about done. I got flowers a couple days ago, but she didn't like the heat. The Sherry no-eats, peppers are good. Sherry eats are going good. I just took off probably this weekend. I made what? I think it was 14 jars of cowboy candy with the nadapenos and the habanadas and the green dragon rolls. So these guys were full, and I just harvested them, and now they're getting more again. So peppers are doing good. The only ones that aren't were my red, yellows, bell peppers, but the greens are doing good. I keep getting 1 to 2 a week from them. The tomatoes, with all the rain we got in July and into August, I mean, we just got so much rain. They got blight. And then the end of August, I'm sure most of you that live in the Midwest and the Eastern know what we're talking about. The hell weather, the 10 days that with the heat index was over 110, 118 degrees. And when you add that with the humidity, it was just, you couldn't breathe. So all these got blight really bad. So you can see on the ground all the clippings. I probably spent the last 4 days, maybe 12 hours, just trimming everything back. But they're still good buds. They're still growing. They're still putting out. I'm still getting 15 to 30 pounds of tomatoes a week. I've got so many jars of salsa you would not believe. And I'm giving stuff away. Probably got about 25, 30 pounds of tomatoes in the house. I'll give away this week because it's going to get hot again. And I don't like canning when it's really, really hot. So, and this is my second and third round of cucumbers. But as you can see, the squash beetles are attacking them because they're coming from the fence. I've gotten 12, maybe 13 cucumbers off of these guys, and they did not do well in the heat at all. But it's been cool, and look, they're starting to grow again. See, some of the tomato just from the other side just got so tall, just fell over. So it makes it easier to harvest. So, and then I had, with the bees missing, I had tons of cucumbers, but they didn't get pollinated, so they just died, and it's been a hellish month, but I'm getting some cucumbers back. Like I said, the bees are starting to show back up. So whatever made them go away this last month, they're starting to come back. Herbs, I'm getting ready to harvest again. They need a good haircut. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Only people my age will get that. Gotta love Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. The Warner Brothers, 2 Looney Tunes. So, but the citronella is doing really good. You know, she's happy. She's got her flowers. And George and Georgina. So what I do is I will cut them back way back and take them inside the house. And then they'll grow. And then I will get starts of them. And keep them growing all winter and getting starts. So when my spring comes, I will have citronella all through my yard. So lemongrass, see Stephanie? That's how long it is. I'm going to cut all the lemongrass this weekend and get it hanging and drying so I can take to my sister. She makes sage sticks. So, and then I got to harvest I need to get all my coneflowers. But yeah, they're hard. See, you don't want to take the cones and when they're soft. You want it when it's hard and prickly, so that way you can just cut and you can shake them and put gloves on and all the seeds come off. You don't want to do it when it's soft because it still has pollen and stuff. But yeah, I will do all that this weekend, cut all those back. So blackberry's doing good still. It's outgrown its banks. But that's pretty much it. It looks pitiful, but it's my garden. And like I said, it's because the heat and the humidity, it just got so bad for me to get out here and work unless it's wee hours in the morning when there's barely any sun. But it's still growing. And I'm happy with what I've gotten this year. So, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, September hits and fall allergies kick in. Woohoo! So, but this kohlrabi, let me see. it started doing good, but I came out this morning. Yeah, something attacked it. So, but it's already started getting its ball. So once it gets its ball, it should be doing good. Excuse me again. So, yeah, just out here fall allergies. There's Jakey Jake. What you doing, buddy? You barking at a squirrel? He's doing better. Those who were asking about Jakey. He has his good days and bad days like me. If you look, he walks like mommy. He with a limp. He really never recovered from his torn ACL, and then with that tick disease. He's barking. There's a squirrel up in the tree. Yes, you want to come say hi? Yeah, you gonna come say hi? But he was out here 2 in the morning going nuts with the possum on the fence. So, but he's, like I said, he's doing better, but he has his good days and bad days. So, but he's still on that heart medicine. But yeah, he walks with a limp because he walks like mommy. So he takes heart medicine 2 times a day, and he will for the rest of his life. And of course, my vet doesn't script out, so I have to get the meds from them, which sucks. Because it would be cheaper, because it's human medicine. I said, can't you just give me a script and take it to my pharmacy, and it would be almost free? And they're like, no. I'm like, damn. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give you all a good update. The sun, I know there's a glare. But once that sun goes down, it gets dark. But just to see how everything is. I'll hopefully get an update in a couple weeks. Maybe more pumpkins will pick and stuff. But I've only got a few more weeks of my hummingbirds. And so I'm having to fill the feeders twice a week. What? They're chattery little things. So I think they're pumping themselves up to make their flight back down south. But I don't know. I think it's going to have a long summer. So, because Jake is still shutting big time. So, and I haven't seen any woolly worms yet. So, woolly worms. So, maybe we'll have a long summer and maybe even longer fall, and maybe winter won't show up until December. All right. I hope you all are doing good and had a better August than I did. I know some of you are battling the squash beetles like I am, and all I can say is I'm sorry. I mean, everything you're using is the same thing I'm using, and unless you want not be organic, then you can use the other stuff. Sorry, excuse me. It's like pollen stuff flying in the air. But keep struggling. All I can say is just keep battling those squash beetles. When you see them, step on and squish them. I mean, I'm just going to stick with my 4 things, and I'll just battle them every year. So, I mean, that's the only thing you can do. But y'all have a good September, and hopefully I will keep going. Like last year, everything grew. We didn't get our first, there's another bee. Yay. I'm counting bees today. I've counted 13 bees. That's the most I've had in a week. Last year we had our peppers out here and tomatoes going until second week in November. And then I would cover them up at night. And then, because it would be in the 30s, 40s at night, but 70, 80s in the day. So, and then I would move them into the greenhouse. So I think I moved everything in, end of November, first part of December. So I'm hoping I can get a long growing season like I have in the last few years. So I hope everything's going good for you all. So I will talk to you later. Bye.